Hello everybody and welcome to another Patreon review video. So what is this? This is basically at the $10 Patreon tier and above in patreon.com/Azortharion, linked in the description below. You can have me personally review your VODs and your logs and your gameplay just like this. Now, as you can see here, you do not have to have this publicized on YouTube, but Nesta, who sent in this clip, has been gracious enough to let me show you guys this video. So thanks to Nesta for this, and let's have a look at what he has to say. I wanted you to take a look at what I might be pressing wrong or what mistakes I'm making. This Dark Ranger build is a bit unfamiliar to me, as many buttons light up often and I get confused about what's best to press at that moment. So what he's referring to is Marksmanship Dark Ranger. Many of you guys will have noticed that the Marksmanship guides on Icy Veins and Wowhead were recently updated to baseline recommend a Dark Ranger single target build for fights like Seekran and Nexus Princess this tier that move quite a bit and result in lower uptimes on Lunar Storm than you otherwise would have. So without further ado, let's hop right in. So he sent in a video here. And I'm basically just going to look at this, sort of play by play, global by global, and point out any mistakes, any tips, anything I can think of. So let's have a look. So aim shot precast is good. Straight into rapid fire, which is also good. So here I noticed that you pop your, you've already popped your Scarden's Grace trinket. I recommend just macroing this into True Shot and not using it separately like this. Having it on a separate keybind is fine, because sometimes that's how you want to use it. But using it before you even pop your True Shot here, when we still have some of these globals to get through before we even pop our cooldowns, that's just a waste of them. So it should just be straight in, aim shot into rapid fire with no Scarden's Grace trinket, at least not yet. There's the explosive shot, which is correct, and then a black arrow, and then straight into the true shot. So like your opener has been perfect. Only thing I would have changed here is that Scarden's Grace should have been macroed into this true shot, and you also putt here, which is good. Alright, so right off the bat here, so after this first Wailing Arrow, which is activated by a true shot, you do a little bit of a movement, and then you hit an arcane shot, which is just completely useless. So like right now, you've just reset the cooldown of your rapid fire. You really want to get this off cooldown. What do? You step a bit to the side and you press an arcane shot for like no obvious reason. Or at least I think that's what you do. But certainly after the Wailing Arrow, you spend quite a bit of time just not casting anything. So if I'm going to slow it down here, just to sort of exaggerate the difference here. So you pop everything. You've popped the Wailing Arrow. We do have a little bit of time before this GCD is over. But look, you actually hit this other global right here, and I cannot quite tell from the UI which global it is. It may have been... No, it's probably not volley. I'm not exactly sure what global you hit, but in any case, it should have been Wailing Arrow straight into the rapid fire. So now we eventually stand still, then we hit the rapid fire, which is good. Aim shot, arcane there, because we've run out of both aim shots and rapid fires. And remember that you can disengage in the middle of a rapid fire, and that generally these phantoms are best placed out towards the edges, but it seems like your guild is pursuing a different strategy, so fair enough. So here's very important that you react quickly to getting resets. It seems like you have a habit of following up aim shots and Wailing Arrows during True Shot with arcane shots, but that is not something you want to do. Arcane shots are like a fallback if you run out of other globals to press during your True Shot. So basically, if you can cast a rapid fire during True Shot, you pretty much always should. If you can cast a kill shot, you pretty much always should. If you can cast an aim shot, then you pretty much always should. And only if none of those three are available do we even think about casting arcane shot. Alright, moving on here. So another element here is, so you cast this Wailing Arrow, and you have to remember, Wailing Arrow will always reset the cooldown of rapid fire. So it should just be muscle memory to always follow up a Wailing Arrow with a rapid fire. What you did here is you cast Wailing Arrow and then went straight into the aim shot when it should have been the rapid fire that is sitting off cooldown right now. A little bit of unnecessary movement there. So like after, you don't actually have to move after placing this thing, because it's not going to do damage to you immediately. So the movement you did here was unnecessary, and you could have gotten into these aim shots more quickly. Bit of downtime there. So now in this situation, True Shot has ended. You have precise shot stacks remaining. Rapid fire is available. You need to hit this rapid fire now and not aim shot. Then you cancel it and you cast a rapid fire and moving. But it would have been better to just finish. So once you've committed to a cast, it is generally always worth finishing that cast. All right, now we're just trying not to get murdered here. So obviously, there's not an exact science, getting pulled here, but generally, always looking for opportunity. So, for example, you should know that when all of these nether rifts are placed in a circle like this, there's going to be a place near the center where you're sort of always safe to be, and you should have been there beforehand, or certainly perhaps gotten there quicker after shooting your projectiles here. So instead of so you send out your orbs, and now you still have, so the pull begins. But I would have disengaged into the middle here, or done anything I could to sort of get there more quickly, so I can get this Wailing Arrow cast off that I was so desperate for. But Wailing Arrow into Rapid Fire is good. And then Aim Shot. So in this situation, Black Arrow is a higher priority than casting this Aim Shot right away. There's the Black Arrow. There's the Explosive Shot, which is good. And so far, so good. Gonna speed up the video just a little bit. So you have this, you have this, I guess that's an atrocity UI thing, but I think it's kind of misleading because it props up saying that your kill shot proc is AoE. Razor Fragments technically is that, is the Razor Fragments proc indicator? I guess it gets the point across that once that pops, it's pretty much the highest priority you press. It's just a little bit of a weird wording that they've put on it in my estimation. Once again, you got to be careful about those starting those casts and then canceling them. Should have just been sort of a reflex to go into that rapid fire. And if you do start a cast, you should commit to finishing it. All right, so there's a Black Arrow right off cooldown, and now we want to hit the Explosive Shot. So Explosive Shot in this situation would be just after Aim Shot on 2 charges in terms of prior, so just like that, yeah. And so here it's very important. So in this scenario right here, you never ever want to hit a Wailing Arrow while Rapid Fire is off cooldown, which it is just about to be. Because what happens here is, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. You hit this, you have a lock and load proc, you hit the Wailing Arrow with it, which is fine. But Rapid Fire just got a cooldown reset, but it was already off cooldown. So by doing this, you've just thrown away a Rapid Fire entirely, which is bad. All right, looking pretty solid so far. And our cooldowns are coming up, so that is also fine. Just want to weave in this Black Arrow, which you do perfectly. Don't forget this kill shot. So in this situation here, Explosive Shot during True Shot, especially with the tier set, I don't know if you have that, probably not. But with the 4-piece, actually, you'll almost never press Explosive Shot during True Shot because it's a higher priority to press Arcane Shot. But what's more important on the screen right now is that Rapid Fire was available, but you prioritized the Explosive Shot when you should have prioritized the Rapid Fire. Here, wait, let me just check if that's true. Yeah, so here you're hitting an Aim Shot while Rapid Fire is off cooldown, which is also really bad. And Rapid Fire, yeah. So far, so good overall. The Wailing Arrow, Aim Shot, and now, so Wailing Arrow here. I would wait. So in this situation, I would wait until I could cast this Rapid Fire, then hit Wailing Arrow, then back to the Rapid Fire. But because Rapid Fire was like half a second from coming off CD there, you hit the Wailing Arrow first, which I deem to be a mistake. But it's one of those subtle mistakes that even the sim would make in some situations, I bet. I would probably just have held a little bit, hit the Rapid Fire, then the Wailing into the Rapid Fire. All right, here we are, looking sensible. So once again, you do a bit of unnecessary movement when placing these Shadow Andes. You can just stand still after placing them and finish that Aim Shot cast right there. Always trying to minimize unnecessary movement. So now it hurts a lot, so now we want to think about a defensive, especially if we're going to eat any of these. But we actually get by relatively unscathed. All right, pretty sensible so far. Cooldowns are coming up, so that's juicy. Get that black arrow off. So this is a really good true shot window overall, I think. Quite good. Don't really have any problems with that. So now I'm just concerned about the timing of the last true shot window of this fight. I think that the next one will be the last at least. But yeah, so far rotationally, we're in a pretty good streak here. Hit the aim shot, which is going to turn into a wailing arrow there. And then wailing arrow straight into rapid fire. Good. Be sure to hit the kill shot proc when it came up after the rapid fire. So that should have been hit before that aim shot. Alright, dropping really low here. So let's just slow down a bit. See if we can learn anything from the damage we're taking here. So obviously there's an element of healer range here, but being out here as an MM Hunter is generally sensible. You're out of the danger of all the melee lines and so on. Go back just a little bit further. Rapid fire here. Aim shot. And then straight into the rapid fire. Arcane. Yeah, so we're really dropping low. Generally in this phase, if you're getting a line and you're low on HP, I would pop a defensive. You still have a survival of the charge. Survival of the fittest charge available that I would have used in that situation. Should hit that kill shot before going into the aim shot. Good. One thing that I think I should clarify for viewers is you'll actually see Nestor here. He's often casting aim shot, even though he still has precise shot stacks remaining. But this is actually correct gameplay after recent changes to the APL. So essentially, casting aim shot off cooldown straight up is a higher priority than spending your precise shot stacks. So it's nice if we can get rid of our precise shot stacks before our next aim shot cast, but it's not something we go out of our way to do. So if you've been watching this video like enraged, thinking I'm not pointing out this mistake of his, that is actually completely intentional, and I just thought I'd add that little bit of context. Rapid fire here. Okay, so in this scenario right here, so I'm expecting that the next true shot will probably be the last. However, I have the benefit of knowing how long this video is. So I can tell that it might not be. But basically, what I'm concerned about... Well, let's see what you do with this true shot before I say anything, actually. And then the black arrow there. Be careful you're not getting hit by your friends here. Wailing arrow there. Yeah, okay. So you pop this true shot when you're at 13 stacks of bullseye. That's going to change quickly, but you could have held it. So there's two things here. First thing is you could have held your true shot for 6 seconds to fully overlap it with your Scarden's Grace. So it's a huge loss not to do that. Secondly, when you pop true shot, you're only at 13 stacks of bullseye, which is obviously 1% crit per stack. But that stacks up to 30. So if you'd held your true shot just for 6 seconds, it would have been way stronger. Both thanks to the extra bullseye stacks and the full overlap with Scarden's Grace. And at this point, so obviously Black Arrow is more powerful during true shot, but you've actually chosen to true shot at the exact kind of time where Black Arrow is not up and it's like at its weakest. So it would have been far better to hold the true shot, not just for the Scarden's Grace, not just for 30 stacks of bullseye, but with the knowledge that this is the final true shot we're going to be able to do this fight in all likelihood, even knowing the video's length. You should hold your true shot for your final Black Arrow and 30 stacks of bullseye and absolutely everything. Like a huge part of doing well as MM is getting the most out of your execute true shot, which means you want your trinket there, you want your potion there. So I'm also looking around for your potion. Yeah, so that's up in 12 seconds, right? So if you'd held the true shot 12 seconds for your potion here, then you would have been able to overlap with so much more power. And like this single true shot timing mistake cost you more DPS than almost anything else I've talked about so far in this video. Because like, see, we hit 30 stacks of bullseye now. And this is just about when Scarden's Grace is coming off CD, but I would have still held it a little bit longer for the potion. So the potion is what I would have held it for here. And I guess it's part of the reason why I don't really like the way the potion is being shown on this UI, because it's so tiny and out of the way, when actually a potion is something that we would often hold our true shot for in many execute situations like this. So that's something to consider for UI change. Now we popped this Guardian's Grace, but like we're already over halfway through our true shot. And you could have also held for the PI even. So here's where, I don't know exactly the like what kind of PIs you're getting, if it's a priest, or if it's like a shadow priest, or if it's this priest where the timings are yours. But certainly, 5 seconds left on true shot, 13 seconds left on PI. The reasons that you should have held that true shot are just like mounting up higher and higher, is what I'm getting at. Make sure to, yeah, okay, so once again, you hit a, here you hit a Wailing Arrow lock and load proc, even though Rapid Fire was available. That's also a mistake. Here, so you don't want to prioritize this aim shot above this kill shot right here. So kill shot procs are higher priority than aim shot in any case. Dropping rather low. Explosive shot here. So in this situation, yeah, prioritize the rapid fire. But now it's sort of just we're getting into the lull phase of the fight. Hit this black arrow. And yeah, we're not going to get another true shot in this fight. So in this situation, like I feel like you could be using your disengage more to move here. So like you're not casting anything because you're getting pulled here. But like in this scenario, you should just be casting arcane shots if you're not able to cast aim shot. Like instead of casting nothing, you should be casting something even though you're getting pulled. You should be casting your instant casts. But I would probably have like, disengaged in this direction here and then use the extra distance I had to try and aim shot. Oh, yeah, okay. Mob teleport there kind of screwed your aim shot over, which is frustrating. And a little bit of a messy ending here. Okay, but we managed to get it there. So yeah, quite a bit to look at. Certainly that much penalized on that last true shot there. A huge DPS increase just from holding it like 10-15 seconds. And other than that, I would say like always predict that the Wailing Arrow is going to go into rapid fire. You actually do that pretty well. Prioritize rapid fire even higher than you're currently doing in many cases. But other than that, like overall you're playing quite solid, but there are definitely some things to improve. So I hope you found this useful and I hope the viewers did as well. Thank you so much for your support and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.